Hello, ladies, gentlemen, Josh, Sam, and anyone else who's watching. Welcome to Swindon't You, Forget About Me. Now, it is a few days in game since we last met. You can see at the bottom that we've had some fun results. So, we last met at the 4-2 demolition of PSG during the sniffle phase of the day. Today I am still feeling sick, but not as bad, and the chair is saying hello. So since then, we've had a few results. We've been on a decent run. So we beat Forest Green 2-1 away. We went 1-0 down, but we came back and won 2-1. Montu Far scoring a sensational goal to put the kibosh on Forest Green. We then had the result of the season, arguably, a 3-2 home win over Arsenal, there was only their second defeat of the season. In fact, their season has been a bit odd. Their only losses have been us in the the Charity Shield, where we beat them 3-1 or 2-1, I think. Then they got beat 2-0 away at Southampton. Then they got beat 7-1 by AFC Wimbledon, and then we beat them 3-2 there. And that's the only losses they've had all season. We then drew 0-0 with Swansea, because we like to follow up good results with bad results. We then beat Valencia 2-1 in the first leg, which I will show you in a moment. And then we beat Man United 2-1 again, coming from 1-0 down, I think. Anyway, Sime Topic scoring the winner there. Lovely stuff from him. We play the second leg of Valencia semi-final now. They actually won the Champions League last season, so they're a decent side. Let's look at where did you go? Let's look at that now. That's Man United. Good. That one. So we took the lead, then Manuel scored an own goal. They actually had a lot more chances than us. They were pretty good. They also injured half of our players. I brought Wilmot on, he immediately got injured, and then also Fall got injured. But Alberto popped up with a late winner for us, meaning that we won 2-1 overall. 2 away goals for us, very, very nice. Although we have lost Wilmot for a few months, and Fall is out for at least a couple of weeks, so I don't think either of them can play today. Excuse me, I'm going to sniff. I hope that mutes it for you, otherwise you've just heard a big old sniffums. Anyway, so we only had 3 shots on target, 1-3-1. Let's just watch the goals. Okay, so the first goal, here it comes. Manuel, big ball up, Fall, takes it past the keeper, slots it home. I was cheering. I was on a call with my manager when this happened, and I was sort of fist bumping under the table, which I guess probably looked a bit weird. Then they, from kickoff, straight away, Kiesling gives it out to Hoagie, Julian Hoagie. Para Kiesling, he goes past his man, I believe. Yeah, crosses it in off the bum of Manuel, and we concede, disappointing. And then late doors, the ball goes in, we don't get there, but Manuel, desperate to make amends, gives it out to Jonathan, who gives it to Gilic. Gilic puts it through to Alberto, doesn't get there. But Saeed is ready to give it through to Alberto, who slots home, and that is us 2-1 up. So now we have the chance to knock out previous season's European champions and get through to the final, where it is very likely that we're going to be playing. Atletico Madrid, being as they won the last game 6-1 away. Not a bad result from them, you'd argue. So now let's set up a match with Atletico, and barring a freak result from CSKA Moscow, and see if we can get the job done away. Sorry, I said we had... Oh yeah, we did have away goals. So let's see if we can finish the job. Let's say finish the job. That'll do fine. Yeah, so we've got Topic and Branfilov playing because they were playing in the last game. We're actually going to play with Gilic here. Adel Saeed is going to start there. We're going to put... Fall is injured, so we're going to have to do something. What do? We are going to go Gilic out on the right, Montufar in the middle. Van Rethy comes in for Martins. Laveau, they're looking a bit tired. I mean, we are looking generally a bit tired. In fact, the centre-backs should be fine. Padilla, we have 2 spots in our team there. Oh, man, okay, so we are really scraping the bottom of our best players. So Serapio injured, out for 4 days. Fall out for 3 days, and Wilmot out for 79 days. So yeah, he tore a calf muscle, something ridiculous like that. So we have it all to do. It's going to be quite the challenge, but we are at home. We are not actually as good at home as we are away in this competition, or at least so far that's been the case. But hopefully our pace on the wings with Jair in particular will get us there. they still have this guy. Let's look at their wing backs. So 30-year-old terrible left back, and Hoagie, who is 35 and still excellent but slow, so we could still get past him. He only made 5 appearances for Holland. Seems harsh. Kiesling up front. This is the same team. They used to have an absolutely sensational striker. I think we played Valencia in the FA Cup. In the Europa League final or the Champions League final way back when, as Western manager. We luckily, or maybe it was over 2 legs earlier on in that, but they had like the best midfielder and the best striker ever to have walked the earth. So I shouldn't say good luck. Didn't mean to. Calm. I'm gonna have to do a little pausey sniff. I really do hope for your sake that it does pause it when I mute it when I do that. Here we go. Swindon versus Valencia. Well, we'll do 2 games again here because I've also finished work, so we can chill. Side to Gilic. Gilic straight away, but Panhuis, good name, saves. DeLuca now. The slow and bad DeLuca giving out to the old Russian called Trishan. He likes to play attrition football. Anyway, earlier on, we both had chances. It would be good to avoid them scoring early. Let's try and get a goal for ourselves. Panhouse saves again. Said free kick into his hands. Trishan, what's he going to do with it? Gives it to Parrott. Oh, Francisco, but a great save from Fatut. He got man of the match in the away leg, which is not surprising because I think they had something like 20 shots. So he made a lot of good saves. Oh dear. Said is injured. Hopefully he's not going to have to come off. It doesn't look like it for now, but Alberto's gone round his man, and could we, after 17 minutes, be opening the scoring? No. They tackle us. Could have been a penalty, but it wasn't. We've now got a throw. They're going to have to do a sniff. I don't know if you can maybe caught the tail end of that one. Who knows? Back we come then, boys. Back we come. Get on the pitch, Said. We need you. Manuel with a sensational tackle. Lovely stuff, and Said is back. Do we know how badly? Oh, no, he seems to be all right. Now Alberto, they are a tough tackling bunch. These Swindon, these Valencians. They have injured 2 of our players. I think they also caused the 3rd to come off in the last game. But just Jeff, he's gone round his man, doesn't get there. But Said again, oh, unlucky. Manuel to Van Rethy. Manuel, can we keep the pressure up and get ourselves a goal? Van Rethy is taken out by Victor Parra. They are an absolute set of units, this Valencia team. Said crosses Perez at the back post, doesn't get there. Oh, it's a bit of pinball and it's gone to the keeper, Panhouse, who knows? Sniff. Oh, dear me, dear me. 45 minutes gone, 1/2 of the game. Masha coughing in the background. And we seem to be doing okay, he says, hoping he's not jinxed it now as Kiesling, but tackled by Montifar, lovely. Hoagie, good save from Fatut. Nice and comfortable, down for a while. Good stuff. Manuel out to Said, who gives it to Alberto, who could get round his man there. He's a bit slow, is Hoagie. He's crossed to Said. Said has scored. We are 1-0 up at home against Valencia. That is a foot in the final now. Said, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Great little breakaway. Alberto running, gets the better of Hoagie, cuts it back. Said slots it in there. Lovely stuff. Could Said be about to power us in to the Europa League trophy? That would be great if they could. It would be a nice little leaving present. Maybe he'd want to stick around with us if only he hadn't already signed for Genoa. He's got a strange career. He's been in Italy, England. I think he also played somewhere else as well. But he's had a number of clubs, and all of them have been a little bit. Oh! We've got a break. Oh, Alberto was held back by Rodrigo. That's going to be a card. Hopefully a red one, but I doubt it. Probably a yellow. He had another man right there. It can't possibly be a red. No, yellow card. Said going to have the opportunity to step up and whip this free kick in. Going to go around the wall. Oh, good save from Panhouse. Number 2, out you go, Manuel. Lovely stuff. Hit back in. Alberto was surely offside there. Yes, he was. But after 46, we always start strongly after the half. My team talks are the best. That's what I must be able to judge from that. Alberto, he's through from behind. He crossed it again. Montufar. Oh, dear. Have they changed their formation? They have. They've gone 3-4-3. Said. Oh dear. A fun thing in the Arsenal game? They did the classic Sam Hamburger, put the 2 wingers up front thing. So they went 4-2-4. but it didn't do them any good. Saeed at the back post. What a goal! Oh, absolute fucking stunner. He takes the touch, and then with his second touch, he chips the keeper. Absolutely great. What a goal, he says. Oh, 2-0. Adel Saeed. Oh, what a finish that is. What a finish that is. Okay, so they have it all to do now. We are 4-1 up. They'd have to get 3 goals. And that would obviously, if they did score 3, they would go through on the away goals. So we've got to hope they don't. But it seems like quite a tough ask. They have got half an hour there. There's plenty of time in which to do it. Let's keep the pressure up. Trish in now. What's he going to do? He's going to get tackled. Saeed now, the chance to clear. He does. And Alberto collects on the halfway line. He tries to go around Rodrigo. He doesn't. Rodrigo, they've now gone 4-4-2. Not sure why that would do any different if they're actually taking away attackers, but maybe they've made a substitution. Kiesling now, they're trying to break, but we've closed them down. Laveau again, absolutely stunning tackle. Montufar, Francisco gets there ahead of him. They are snapping into tackles, but again we've broken. Here we go. Alberto through. Alberto whacks it over the bar. That could have been an absolutely sensational goal. We are doing much better than them in this game. That's nice to see. Perez, Trishin. Strange decision to be running across the goal in that particular moment, but it pays off for him as he clears. We've now got the ball at the back with Fertut, who gives it to Laveau, who strangely just kicks it straight across the pitch. I would have taken the touch and kicked it down the line, but whatever. Francisco out to Stiglitz. Doesn't do anything, but Francisco still got it. We don't want to give away a penalty there, but Laveau doesn't. He gives away a corner instead. We're going to look at making a change now. Alberto's looking pretty tired. We're going to bring on Padilla. We also got Saeed, who's looking knackered. And do we have to play Swansea again? Oh no, okay. Pay attention. Adel Saeed, he's looking tired. He's on a hat-trick. Let's leave him on for another 10. Let's just shake out Padilla. See what that can do. Sniff. Gonna have to listen back to this to make sure that you can't hear the sniffs before I... Otherwise it's going to be an absolutely revolting video. Gilic heads down into his own box, but luckily clears. Just Jeff now able to break. Could he go past his man? He doesn't quite. He wins a corner though. Lovely stuff. Are we going to get to see this? Saeed's going to take it, so it's going to be done before the free... No. Okay. So he puts the ball down, then walks over to get subbed off. Fine. Just Jeff now. Can we score a third? Just Jeff's gone. It's sensational. It's absolutely sensational. Just Jeff goes round 2 men and then chips the keeper from the edge of the box. We didn't even look at the keeper. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Right in the corner. It's disgusting, and I want to make love to it. Novotny's going to come on for Saeed. I know he's going to be upset because he's on a hat-trick, but just shut up. And we'll save our next substitution for a bit later on, but we are 3-0 up now. They need to score 4 goals in 20 minutes if they want to go through. Of course, if they do that, they probably deserve to. But here we go. 15 minutes left. Jair, big kick over to Gilic, who heads down. Rodrigo gets it, but Perez again in the middle there, winning the ball. Van Rethy, big ball through. If only that had gone a little bit straighter. Just Jeff could have dunked onto the end of it. They've broken clear. Kiesling, but it's defended well by Perez, and it's gone out for a corner. De Luca, away by Montufar, but not that far away. It's still inside our box. Novotny, lovely play, very tenacious. He gets the ball and he clears it instead of letting it go out for a corner. That's what I like to see. Now a throw from Gilic doesn't quite get to any of our players, and they look to be trying to break, but Laveau with a little reducer there. He's been sent off. Of course he has, so that means he's not going to be playing in the final, which is great. It's just what I wanted. I did not look furious. I think it was... he didn't need to do that. We're 3-0 up, but I'm not that annoyed. Let's take off... What are we going to do here? I need to bring Jonathan on. It's going to have to be like this. Jonathan takes up the right back slot. That should be good for us. He is a good defensive player, not that quick, but he's good, and hopefully he'll just be able to shut down anything that's coming down that side. Padilla now out to Van Rethy. We haven't really got anyone up front anymore. Padilla is playing in midfield, it seems. Novotny, great through ball. Would have been sensational if we'd actually had some strikers up there to play off of that. That would have been just where our man was. Kiesling, good save from Fertut. Jair, good clearance. 6 minutes to go, and we are in the Europa League final for the second time in 3 years, which is, not many Swindon fans would complain about that stat. And this time at least we can't play Chelsea or one of the teams that we know will always beat us. Van Rethy just clears it now. We are backs to the wall. Not that we really need to be worrying too much. They probably can't score 4 in 6 minutes. But you never know. This is Football Manager. Weird things have happened on this game. Jair, he's taken out by Franz Kiesling. I mean, they've been doing that for the whole of these 2 ties. That's surely got to be a red card. Or, no, he's got a yellow. They are a lucky bunch. They are tough tacklers. It's quite how we get 1 straight red. I don't know, but we have won. We've gone through to the final of the Europa League again. It was not as easy as last time where we played Dundee. But Just Jeff has put himself at the top of the leaderboard of goal scorers in this competition. He just has to score 1 more to beat Andrei Chernukin and become the top scorer. Side there, 2 goals. Lovely, lovely stuff. Beautiful, beautiful display. And Swindon are looking good. We could even finish, I think, as high as 3rd in the league. I forgot to show you the league table. I'll show you that in a moment. Let's just go here. So Barcelona have been beaten by Juventus. Swindon have been given a lot of money, and we have won in the Europa League semi-final. He's going to be out for, that's annoying. Probably justified for a vicious foul. Classy Said scores. Loic Laveau accepts his warning. Let's do the press conference. We thought we played very well. Please get the victory. We won't get ahead of ourselves. There was a sniff that I didn't pause. Sorry about that. Taking it 1 game at a time. I felt confident the game was won. Certainly made my half-time a lot easier. Loic isn't that kind of player. After a performance like that, you must be dreading the moment. Well, it'll spur some players on to fill up. He's played 60 games this season, Laveau. He's probably just knackered. He'll be back in the side straight away, though. He'll be playing next week. He'll be playing a couple of days when we play Forest Green, or whoever it is that we're playing. I'm not sure who it is. Anyway, I might have to sneeze now. It's a little fun little selection of noises for me to regale you with, although I'm going to try and shield you from the worst of it. Here, I think the sneeze is coming. I will show you the league table, maybe whilst I sneeze. Oh dear me. Good. So here we are then. We are 5th in the league. Yes. This is where we stand. We still have a game in hand over Chelsea. If we win that game, we will go up to 67 points, and if we win, so we're still on. Okay, we might not be on for 3rd anymore. We're still on for potentially getting into the Champions League. This is before that winning the Europa League actually qualifies you for the Champions League. So to qualify, we would just actually have to qualify as normal humans do. Hopefully, we can do that. We've been on the verges of the Champions League for the last 4 seasons now. This would be the 4th season we've come either 5th or 6th. With the new Everton of a few years ago, where they always used to finish in that same position, 7th. Arsenal beat Real Madrid 3-0 to go to the Champions League final, where they will face Juventus. Arsenal are just ridiculously good. Like, we beat them 3-2. It was an absolute fluke. An own goal from them was what did it for us. But yeah, I wasn't expecting much, and somehow we managed to get through that game. I'm hoping that... What was I going to say? I'm hoping that we can see who won out of the other 2 teams in the Europa League in this next day here. Should tell us. No, Toluca beat Santos though, which is another big result. No? Okay, so maybe it's on Thursday this game. I'm going to have to sniff a bit. Okay, here we go. Thursday night, Arsenal win in Champions League semi-final at Henri Stadium. Good. And we get to finally see who we're going to play in our 2nd Europa League final. One will assume it's Valencia, but you never know. Valencia, Atletico Madrid. It is Swindon versus Atletico Madrid in the Europa League final. CSKA Moscow got absolutely battered. Atletico Madrid last won this competition nearly 20 years ago. Have we played each other before? Did we not play each other in the group stages once? No, we've never played each other before. This is our 2nd ever final. And I assume that that's not going to be until sometime in the distant future, at least in terms of where we are now. I mean, it's only probably 3 games away, but I have to go to the bank after recording this. I'm gonna tidy myself up, go to the bank, and become an absolute legend in the process. But soon, yeah. I mean, if we win the Europa League, you've got to say at that point that I should be at least a legend at Swindon. I mean, no manager in the history of the club has come even close to that. So, you know, it would be upsetting if the game continued to force me into icon status only. Come on, game. How long is it between this game and... We just played like 4 games in 3 days, and now we have to wait a whole week to play Tottenham. That's the book I'm touching. Here it is. I'm showing it to the camera by Ashley Hickson Lovins, one of the alumni of the Football Managers Society. I'm going to read it soon. It's called The 392. It's the next on my list of books to read. That's the kind of chat you get when the game loads this slowly. Speaking of loading slowly, I've added in the Ukrainian and Russian leagues, which is going to slow the thing down even more, I should think, in an attempt to make the Belarusian and sort of Eastern European adventure that I'm about to embark upon once I finally get bored of the Swindon stuff a little bit more entertaining by having some players from actually, you know, local leagues loaded. It'll mean that it'll be a bit easier to sort of pick players up here and there rather than just having to scroll through weird leagues of Romanian second division clubs that aren't in a league, things you have to go backwards and forwards because this game is shit. I think Sniffs have won the league again this season, or if they haven't, they're about to. Damn it. They haven't still. They seem to be stumbling over the line, but they're about to go back to the top of the Polish tree, which is nice. I also found out that I'm not even the top of the... Hang on, excuse me. I'm not even the most top of the Polish managerial Hall of Fame anymore. The guy who took over from me, Ryszard Mroz, former Spurs midfield extraordinaire who used to ruin my days when he was playing for Spurs when I was Western Superman manager. He's overtaken me because he won a couple of leagues and a couple of cups for Śląsk, but he had also won a couple of cups for Wisła Krakow, and that means apparently that he's a better manager than me, even though I won the Europa League. So yeah, upset about that. I've also been overtaken by whoever. What's his name? The manager of Arsenal now. I'll check whatever his name is. But whoever the current manager of Arsenal is has overtaken me in the English Hall of Fame from my Western Supermare days, which has upset me greatly because usually that doesn't happen, and I don't really. I want to try and get my Swindon Ben Whitland onto that list as well. So we got 2 Ben Whitlands in the English Hall of Fame, and then you can like just add things together and prove that I'm the best by being the best. It's he's a Finnish. Oh come on. Speaking of Finnish, please finish right. Esposito. Yes. What's the guy's name? Tim Sparv. He's the second or possibly third most successful manager in English football history. Annoyingly. Rossi thinks that Wolves are underachieving, possibly because they've been relegated. Laveau has been founded. Oh, you idiot. Lucas Rossi. He's decent, but I don't have £6 million to spend, so I'm going to have to reject it. Maybe I'll be able to sign him in the summer for a little bit cheaper than that. We'll see. There's the Spurs game. Come on, get there. I'm starting to feel fatigued with this cold that I've got at the moment. I've been taking pills and I need to have another Lemsip, I imagine, just to really fight the bugger off. But alas, 'tis for now going to stay. And of course, we have the longest processing period in the history of the world. Come on. We've also been filling our stadium out almost completely this season, so that should be more fuel to the fire of buying a new stadium next summer. I will speak to the board again once we're done with the league. Spurs have, of course, gone in for that guy. Newcastle is going to buy Jonathan, and no, he's not, because he's good. They want to sign him. Apparently, I'm in for Joe Maruyama, the 20-year-old right back from Tel Aviv, who is pretty decent, but I don't know if he's going to improve that much more. They're trying to buy Serapio, which is obviously not going to happen. Tottenham have offered that money for Rossi, which is a shame because I probably would have bought him and maybe got rid of the fella behind. Do we even have a backup left back? I can't remember anymore. Also, Gavin Blackler scored against us for Arsenal, which was a big disappointment. A former Swindon man coming back to haunt us. Charlton looking set for relegation there. They've played one game more than everyone else. Looks like they're probably going to go down. They could even be overtaken by Wolves. If they lose and Wolves win both their next games. We have to play Spurs, which is basically it's not quite a shootout exactly, but if we win it, they can't come higher than us, and we would be. So we need to win, both of our games by 5 goals to get past Chelsea. Oh no, we probably have we only played 35 games. I think we've only played 35 games. Oh God. Right, let's have a look. Go up here, let's go to table. Yeah, so if we win this, we're within 3 points of 4th, which would be good. Let's just look at the fixtures. So, okay, so the next game is actually another. So what is with that length? There's 4 days. Why not put this game a bit further back and then we could have played the Atletico game? Absolute madness. Anyway, after this we will be back for let's just play it. We'll be back for the Madrid game. I guess Southampton. Who's going to be taken over? Bate, Borisov are going to be taken over by someone. Let's go to the backroom advice meeting and ignore most of the shit they told me to do. Just do that. 3 points to guarantee qualification for the Europa League, which we have already qualified for. They're happy. I don't think one loss can destroy the confidence. We get along very well. Yeah, I don't see it as being an issue. There's definitely been some interest on our side. It's unlikely actually because I don't really rate him that highly. Come on. So we have a weird thing with Spurs where we seem to lose to them and then beat them, then lose to them and then beat them. So last season I think we beat them 5-3 or something like that and then lost 1-0 in the other game, which is just disappointing. So Capelloni there looks like he might be decent. Matteo Capelloni. No, he's not decent. Swindon versus Spurs. Right, let's get it over and done with because I'm about to bloody asphyxiate just through my own freaking nose. Neither of us have got very many goal scorers in our team. It looks like so Serapio is going to be back for the final, which is good. I'll put him on the bench and we'll maybe give him a bit of time. We're also going to leave Laveau in because I guess Jonathan's going to have to play the final. Speaking of players who have to play in different positions, Fall will play in that final, so let's play top pitch because Gilic will also want to keep fit for the final. Sorry for saying so much. Just doing a bit of thinking. We'll put these guys on the bench, give them maybe a little bit of a run out before that game. Who else did I say was going to have to play? Let's put them in. Padilla, Fall Jeff. Jeff's going to want to play in that final. Will he want to be fit? Let's do that. I've played Saeed from the start. That should have been Novotny. Okay. Well, never mind. Look, we're going to have to just deal with that. They are in bad form, so let's go out there and calmly do them in, if we can, at the county ground. The old Sea Grizzle. Anyway. Actually, in the league recently, we've been pretty weirdly poor. We seem to go behind quite a lot and then come back. It seems, I think, the last 3 or 4 victories we've had, we've gone a goal down and then turn around and then managed to turn the game around and win. Hopefully, we don't have to do that today. I'd rather we either just... Well, okay, we're going to have to do it today if we were going to win. Storaitis scores. Van Rethy can't believe it, thinks it must have been offside. I wasn't really paying attention. I was sort of chatting and thinking about my nose, so excuse me. Yum. Right, so 1 minute 26 seconds into the game, ish, actually less. There's arguments of offside there, actually. It was very much on the shoulder of the last man, regardless. Anyway,
It's fine if the boys have got their heads in other places. Quite why they did that, I don't know, but good defending from Perez, I suppose. Laveau just ran off and left him. Come on, lads, come on. Padilla now up front. Had quite a long time out with injury, but he's kicked the ball up through to Topic. Topic, can he give it to the back post? He can. Said. Terrible finish from a man of his quality. Must have sort of looked like he sort of stood on the top of the ball rather than comfortably side-footed it in. I think I could have scored that, and that's saying something. Laveau out to Topic, lovely work from him in that game. He will definitely be in our European squad next season, despite. Regardless of which European competition it will be, because he's a decent option for us at right mid now. He's starting to make a difference in the bigger games as well as the weaker games. He did pretty well earlier on in the season, playing against in the earlier rounds of the cup, for example, against slightly weaker players. But I think he's that one was offside. Okay. Argyris Storaitis. He seems to be another player that seems to score against us a lot. We've got a few bogey players in the Premier League, and I remember them, and it's annoying. Manuel to Said to Van Rethy. Come on now, these two should have been rested. Said in particular, maybe at half time I'll take him off, especially if we go. Oh, Padilla, for goodness sake! How do you miss 2 chances from inside the 6-yard box? It's absolutely pathetic. Dvorak out, but Jair heads it nicely, and Pierre. Oh dear, Storaitis again, but they hits the ball wide for Toot with the opportunity to shoot. Manuel to Said. Alberto. Montufar, lovely ball out to Said again, who can cross it. Nobody was there though. Van Rethy gives it to Montufar, who gives it to Alberto, who scores. What a finish that is on the turn. Did he even take a touch, or did he just hit it as it went through? It doesn't really matter. 1-1, Swindon Town are level. Obviously, if they win this, they have the opportunity to go ahead of us. But if we can either at least stay level with them and draw, or ideally we'd score again and win, to give our chances of getting it through to the Champions League a bit of a boost. Topic there, lovely stuff. Go on, Topic, keep going. Go on, good ball in. Oh, Padilla, my lord. Sir, you are having one of those days. Topic with his cross, he's good at them. Jair crosses it in and Perez scores. We have gone 2-1 up, turned it round. Perez scores again. Lovely stuff. He scored in the last video as well, I think. So very nice to see. That's going to have to be another sniff, I'm afraid. It's straight in off the training ground. Interesting to see that Perez chose to smash it across the goal rather than just touch it into the completely open half of the goal that was there. But whatever, that's his choice, not mine. He scored it. I probably wouldn't have. Storaitis hits the ball over from wide. They only had one shot, and only one shot on target, and they scored it. So that's maybe. Oh dear, Topic has been injured, but I want to try and keep him on if possible. No, fine. Fall can come on. He hasn't played for a couple of weeks because he was off, either suspended or injured. So maybe this can give him a bit of a warm up before the Europa League final, which he will definitely be starting in, assuming he doesn't get himself injured again here. Giant, massive ball, absolute stonker of a ball, but unfortunately Padilla wasn't really paying attention and isn't the quickest man in the world, so it goes straight through to their keeper, but Laveau gets the ball again. Lovely stuff. Laveau and Lopez. Storaitis, good save from Fatut. Looks like Montifar's injured as well. Is he going to kick it off? Van Rethy does. Is he going to be able to continue? Yes, he is, it seems. Well, it's fine. We'll keep him on as best we can because I don't want to tire out. Well, let's see how injured he is at half-time. Okay, right. Let's give him another 5. See if he can improve maybe after the second half. After the half-time break, it might come up a little bit, and then we can maybe take him off for Gilic, give Gilic a bit of a warm-up. Padilla's not playing well, as we suspected from his constant missing of chances he was in the box. Vrykov now to Barlow, who's a douche. Lopez to Vuskovic. Barlow, good tackle. And we try to come out. We do again. Lovely stuff. Okay, Said. I didn't check how tired Said was. He's another candidate for coming off fairly early. He's got a yellow card. He's got a yellow card, of course. Let's bring Gilic on. I know it's only 49 minutes, but I don't really want Montifar to get properly hurt. Oh, Padilla could have got there. Oh, fall, for goodness sake. I mean, seriously.
These are all chances that I think I could have taken. This is poor. Anyway, Laveau now. 57 minutes gone. We're still winning. That's nice. Padilla gets across, goes back past his man. Dvorak saves but doesn't keep hold of it. Didn't look like that dangerous an effort, but apparently he couldn't keep it in his hands. Fall throws the ball in. Alberto doesn't manage to win it. But we go straight in there. Takes out Storaitis, and Storaitis is coming off. Bird has come on. Have they changed their formation at all? We'll see. Don't think so. Laveau to Gilic to Van Rethy, who goes through to Padilla. Okay. Right. What were we talking about? We were saying that we're probably going to say does let's do it, and that's just going to be what it is. Padilla will just have to continue floundering around up front. Maybe it will give him the opportunity he needs to score the goal to restore his confidence. Gilic to Van Rethy, out to Manuel. Lovely bit of football there. Novotny to Gilic. No. Van Rethy, what can he do with it? He plays it out to Laveau. Lovely stuff. Fall goes with the absolutely sensational effort, but it's well wide. And it looks like things are calming down a little bit. Not much going on. Novotny cross from a corner. Perez at the back post. Heads over the bar. Can't double his scoring tally for the day. Oh, here we go. Padilla heads it down straight to Majola. Really powerful header at the feet of the other team's defence. That's what we like to see from our strikers. Novotny to Manuel. Manuel to Novotny. Novotny crosses. Oh, Fall at the back post. Good header. Nicely positioned, nicely placed rather at the back post, but unfortunately Dvorak was able to get across his goal and save. 83 minutes gone. We're still putting the pressure on. Perez wins the ball up high, out to Manuel, who goes round his man. Not quite, but Novotny's crossed. No, Barlow clears. He's a douche. Laveau takes his chances from 30 yards. Curls it well wide of that post there. 87 minutes. Do Spurs have one chance left in them, or do we have something else? Legrand to Bird. Man came on because we injured one of their players. Is he going to make a difference now? No. Van Rethy keeps it out. Barlow's a douche. Doesn't manage to get it in. Oh, they've scored. No, they haven't. Great save. Novotny. Absolutely stunning save there from Fertuta. We have the opportunity to break here. Alberto not rushing himself, making our nicely built up attack. Laveau crosses. The ball's gone through, but takes a deflection and it ends up in the arms of Dvorak. They have a chance again to come forward here. Vrykov. Strange bit of play there, but Alberto has been let through. I mean, quite what their left back was doing there. He had all the time in the world to play it up, or even just keep the ball and build up down the left. He decides instead to turn and cross infield. Rachu's tackle gives the ball straight to Alberto, who slots home, and we are 3-1 up and cruising at this point. Now that means that we are, with one game in hand, 3 points off of the top four. So if we can, I mean, because we've conceded and we've only scored 3, so that's +2 to our goal difference. Ignoring that chance that nearly went in. +2 to our goal difference, which means we're still 8 goal difference behind Chelsea. Perez scores. That's nice. That's what we want to see. 10th goal of the season for centre back. I thought he hadn't scored. He's actually scored 10. 8 games without defeat. That means that we are 7 goals behind them in terms of goal difference. So if we win our next game, if we win our game at hand bigly, or even just decently, if we can get a 3 or 4 goal win, that puts us within 3 goals of Chelsea. And if they don't win their last 2 games, or their last game, we have a chance to snatch 4th spot from them. Well done, lads. That's a sensational result. 4-1 at home against Spurs. It's another big win against Spurs as well. They're a bit of a strange team. You can see there that we're actually the third best defence in the league, along with Chelsea. Perez getting man of the match, although I thought Fertuta with his save right near the end there probably did better. Sime Tomic has fractured his ribs. That's a shame. Bloody hell, late tackle that fractures someone's ribs. Christ. Okay, so the next game is the Europa League final against Atletico Madrid. Paolo had a good game. He did. It's obviously a massive blow to lose Topic, but yeah. So that means the league looks like this: us in 5th again, with a game in hand over 4th and 3rd. If we win that game, which is against who have we got left? Southampton and Cardiff. So 2 teams that are not very good. In fact, Southampton are there and Cardiff are there. So we really should win our last 2 games, which if we did would put us on 73 points. So now if we get a helping hand from either City or Chelsea, one of those 2 teams lose or even just drop points, we could sneak into the Champions League places. That's a big deal. But even bigger a deal is the next game that we have to play, the Europa League final, in 4 days' time. Where will it be held? San Nicola. I'm not 100% sure where that is, to be perfectly honest with you. But we will be there, and we will be playing Atletico Madrid, who are, let's just check, who are 4th in La Liga and are actually doing better than us this season. So it's a big game, but they're not that much better than Valencia. In fact, they're only 1 place above Valencia and 3 points better off, and we beat Valencia quite comfortably over 2 legs. So this could be it, guys. It could be it. Tune in next time to see if we can do it. I'm excited. I'm sure you are too. See you later. Bye.